It's been revealed that Prince Andrew hosted the late ex-offender Jeffrey Epstein as well as Ghislaine Maxwell and Harvey Weinstein at the Royal Lodge, the publicly owned home where he effectively lives rent-free after he paid for its renovation.
We are delving into the most recent development and continuing the story of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Sarah Ferguson. And believe me when I say that it is chaotic, dramatic, and getting worse every week. According to recent sources, Sarah Ferguson is getting ready to leave the UK completely, for what sources refer to as a strategic exit, a long-term escape strategy, rather than for a peaceful vacation or break. According to reports, she is not escaping to Abu Dhabi. Rather, she is considering a long-term move to Portugal, where Jack Brooks and Princess Eugenie are set to own a beachfront villa valued at £3.6 million. At the same time, the consequences of the Epstein controversy continue to consume Andrew. Persistent American scrutiny and the devastating fact that he is being kicked out of Royal Lodge. According to recent insider information, the ex-couple is officially ending their relationship. And for Sarah, that might include homelessness, damage to her reputation, and a last-ditch effort to start over. Fasten your seatbelt. A lot has to be unpacked.
More they can do, because of course this process started under Queen Elizabeth, as we know, when she eventually, reluctantly, but she did so, stripped Andrew of his HRH status and his public duties, and effectively he was a pariah publicly anyway. It would have been impossible for him to conduct royal duties on behalf of the family.
Several reports claim that employees at the Costa Golf and Ocean Club have been preparing a guest suite for Sarah Ferguson, who is expected to arrive in January. This opulent complex is located just a short drive from Lisbon on the southern Atlantic coast. It is very exclusive, heavily walled, and populated by celebrities who have purchased estates to avoid media scrutiny. We are discussing Nicole Kidman, who has apparently applied for Portuguese residence, Madonna, Scarlett Johansson, Alicia Vikander, and Michael Bender. According to locals, rumors are circulating that Sarah will arrive in a few weeks, possibly for a longer visit. Reporters were informed by a neighbor that Fergie is expected to arrive any time in January. It's unclear how long she will stay, but she will blend in with the community. It's not a weekend getaway. This is not a journey for girls. This is an exile. Let's discuss the true reason she is preparing to travel to Portugal.
The deal is being sold as a royal trade-off of sorts after weeks of mounting speculation and criticism over whether Prince Andrew would be evicted from Royal Lodge. It seems he's ultimately found a way out, but on his terms, as widely splashed across British tabloids.
Despite their divorce in the 1990s, Sarah and Andrew are being forced to leave their enormous Windsor house, Royal Lodge, where they have lived together for 17 years. They are clearly out, according to King Charles. On the Sandringham estate, Andrew will relocate by himself to a smaller home. Sarah won't. There is no plan, no cottage, no annex, and not even a grace and favor option for her, according to palace insiders. She has been informed that she needs to arrange everything on her own. This implies that she will soon be without a place to live. According to people with direct knowledge of the matter, the upcoming breakup with Andrew is genuine, final, and emotionally painful. The marriage may not have made it through the 1990s after over 20 years of living together as unofficial partners, but the cohabitation did, even it is already over.
She's like a lot more of his friends. They're all running scared. They're all running away. Our daughter suffered 14 years of physical and mental abuse by a similar man who's now in prison.
Furthermore, Sarah's issues did not start at Royal Lodge. After decades of scandal, they started long ago. However, when a leaked email that described Jeffrey Epstein as a supreme friend came to light, things became more heated. Her already precarious reputation was completely destroyed by that email. All of her charitable positions were eliminated. The British Heart Foundation dismissed her as an ambassador, and a number of other organizations discreetly severed their connections with her. The Epstein investigation has lately been renewed by American investigators in Congress. Everyone who profited from Epstein's relationships was a target of further subpoenas, pressure, and attention. Sarah is immediately back in the spotlight, but Andrew is clearly at the center. According to a U.S.-based source with knowledge of the Costa Terra resort, Fergie could easily hide there while the Epstein scandal rages in Congress. She will be away from the unpleasant environment in England and surrounded by family and friends.
This image shows them all at birthday celebrations at the mansion in 2006. Now, that was just 2 months after a US arrest warrant was issued for Epstein for the sexual assault of a minor, and Epstein was then arrested by police in Florida.
Put another way, Portugal is a shield rather than merely a nice place to visit. There has been a significant pushback. Sarah was abruptly removed from ITV's Loose Women, where she had been greeted as a vivacious and amiable guest. It's no secret that the producers don't want to cope with the current maelstrom that surrounds her. Reports of heated talks with a brand rescue team then surfaced. Indeed, sources use the phrase, a full corporate-style reputation rebuild. According to insiders, the discussions center on how she will make ends meet after leaving Royal Lodge, how she will continue to make money even after losing her titles, her charitable endeavors, and her position within the royal hierarchy. It's a total restart. According to reports, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are really concerned. According to reports, Sarah's 2 kids are pressuring her to take a step back, repair her reputation, and put their father and mother's issues behind her.
Charity is distancing itself from Sarah Ferguson. After an email the Duchess of York sent to convicted offender Jeffrey Epstein in 2011, calling him a, quote, supreme friend, resurfaced, Child Hospice Center Julia's House has issued a statement confirming they'll no longer be associating with the...
Eugenie and Jack Brooks Bank are now offering Sarah a safe haven at their opulent Portuguese home in what appears to be a well-planned rescue effort. The Costa Terra property was purchased by the Brooks Banks in 2022, with a golf course, spa, and some of Portugal's priciest residences. It is situated in a celebrity-filled enclave on the Atlantic. Reports that Eugenie only pays a peppercorn rent for her London residence, Ivy Cottage, have been refuted by Buckingham Palace, though it has not stated if she pays the entire amount. In any case, this villa in Portugal is obviously her and Jack's serious base. You can know everything by the fact that they are getting it ready for Sarah. They are aware that January will be difficult. They are aware that she needs to go away from the British press, and that the fallout will get worse. Despite their years of cohabitation, the gaps are now visible to the public. On the Sandringham estate, Andrew is relocating to a smaller house. The people, the king, and international inquiries continue to put tremendous pressure on.
And the king has taken it further and stripped him of private funding in a bid to kind of smoke him out of Royal Lodge. But the trouble is, as we've often said on this programme, he has this cast iron lease on Royal Lodge that is going to, 170 odd.
His financial situation is unstable. He has ruined his reputation. Sarah is unable to follow him, in addition to not being invited. It is said that the palace does not want her to go. Additionally, it has been said that Andrew is too preoccupied with his own crisis to support her. According to recent rumors, the couple has been having heated dinner conversations about their impending divorce and what would happen when the eviction date actually arrives. According to one insider, Sarah is experiencing panic, anxiety, and heightened emotions due to the fact that she and Andrew will be physically separating for the first time in decades. The split becomes even more irreversible if she departs the UK. Costa is not an arbitrary decision. It's one of the most exclusive hiding places in Europe. Ted Harbert, the former head of NBC, called it the European equivalent of the Hamptons. It boasts a social circle full of Hollywood celebrities, private beaches, private security, and private cooks. It is the ideal location for a woman who has recently lost all of her royal privileges and is desperate to maintain her social standing without becoming engulfed in scandal. A number of fresh financial disputes involving Sarah have appeared in the last year alone. Her participation with Pegasus Group Holdings, a bankrupt Bitcoin mining company that she was paid to promote, was one of the most significant.
No sympathy whatsoever for Sarah Ferguson and her friends and Andrew. I think they should stand down. It's time we remove the lot of them. There's a lot more than her, and they're all running scared, making excuses up now for what's been happening.
Probe once more, and worried about Beatrice and Eugenie's reactions. She reportedly feels worn out, overburdened, and devastated about leaving the estate that she has always regarded as her own home. The Portugal plan, according to her friends, is hardly a luxury vacation. It's a strategy for survival. Insiders are divided. Some others think she will eventually come back after the storm passes. Some believe that this is the start of a long-term move, particularly if Eugenie and Jack continue to develop their lives in Portugal. Sarah might eventually make her permanent home in southern Europe. It's comfortable, secluded, and away from the tabloids. Additionally, it keeps her near Eugenie, who has become her emotional support system as her whole life in the UK falls apart. There is just one thing that is certain right now. Sarah is heading out. This woman was once married into one of the world's most influential families. She lived permanently on the Windsor estate, held charitable positions, and was a member of the royal family. She is now being kicked out of her house, cut off from the palace, abandoned by charities, avoided by TV networks, and had to rely on her daughter in order to avoid being humiliated in public. However, a lot of people concur that this is long overdue. On a scale that even she clearly did not anticipate, it is a fall from grace. Her relationship with Epstein, her prior financial issues, her closeness to Andrew, and her own compromised email have all combined to create a perfect storm. She is currently getting ready to leave the nation completely. Thus, this is our current situation. As her ex-husband relocates to Norfolk under the watchful eye of an increasingly angry king, Sarah Ferguson is getting ready to leave Britain in January and seek safety in £6 million Portuguese mansion. The ex-couple is physically and emotionally separating for the first time in nearly 20 years. Furthermore, it appears that this is just the start of a much larger disruption. Make sure you are subscribed if you want information on the eviction deadline, the trip to Portugal, any appearances by Sarah, and the ongoing investigations pertaining to Andrew. The pace of this tale is not slowing down. It's speeding up.